All right, we're live. We're working on improving the logic around the invitation process so that if the uh, organization has an email in such a way that when a user account is created for it, that they do not match, that we don't just lose track of that user. Right now, when user accounts are created, any upcase letters are automatically downcased for the user account. And then, since we were relying on the emails being the same for the two of them to join them later in the process, we were unable to join any that have a difference like that. And so probably an easier fix is just to join them as soon as we invite them. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Do this. Yeah. No, it didn't give me enough. Response value ID. Value, what is value? My bugger is being annoying. Let's try this again. All right, so oh yeah, okay. Right. User.message for invite. If there are any errors. Right. So I mean, in the user inviter service, I'm looking somewhere to grab the user and give it the ID that I want to give it.
Can you sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah. Okay, so in the user inviter service, I'm looking for somewhere to grab the user when it's invited, so that we can make the association. So in the invite method of the user inviter service, we do have the user, but after that, like back controller uses loosely coupled enough, all that this method returns the message of whether or not the user was invited. I don't see the problem, hypothetically, of having a line in here.
Yeah, you know what? I think that Google Hangouts, when you have a screen session open and like a video conference, it's make a connection. It starts to lag. So why don't we use Vin and Teammate so you can also practice with your Vin skills and we talk through the Hangout.
Sure.
Okay.
But
Oh, either way, you will have to have the open session screen sharing because of the live session, right?
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yesterday we
Okay.
were working with this setup
Okay.
where I had my video on, you had your video off, and we were using your terminal. Is the problem that you can't hear me or you can't see?
I can see and I can hear you, but sometimes you just I just hear you lagging. Your
Yeah,
voice
no,
just
that's on my
lags.
end.
Okay.
Sometimes I lose about 5 seconds, but
Okay.
it shouldn't be too regular. It should be like once every 5 minutes.
Okay. That's cool. So let's keep working like this. It doesn't matter.
I mean, we can definitely fire up Teammate. Yeah.
So in the case that you mentioned that we have already the user, so you will try to extract the organization ID for that particular user, and
All
then
I want to do is, uh, and in case you can't see this, I'm just going to post it in the chat.
I can see it fine.
Okay. User.organization ID equals ID. Now,
Mm-hmm.
ID isn't defined yet in there, but we have right outside of where that method is called, we have the ID of the organization in scope. So if we could pass that in as well as the organization ID, so we could do this transaction right there, that I think would solve all our problems.
Can you show me the code again?
Yep.
Okay. So hmm.
So value ID right here. That on line 8 on my bottom screen, what I have highlighted, value ID, is the ID that we want to give to the user for the organization ID of the user.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
it
yeah.
seems to me to be simple enough that we would just add that as a parameter to the invite user method or the service, right? And then have the service take this extra step that I have commented out on line 13, where it passes that ID into the user.organization ID. And another thing is we would have to save that, you know, which, again, the thing I'm interested to hear from you is this somehow violating the scope of our separation of concerns and the service being something that's separate from the Rails app? Is the fact that we are, doing something with active record in it going to violate it?
Not quite. I mean, we are injecting the active record model from outside, so the things that
Mm-hmm.
you are doing now, probably you just have to make an expectation in the spec for the service, stipulating
Yep.
that you will do a save. Maybe you don't have to. You just have to test in a higher level from the service, and forget about that in particular. What I would do though is just to create a new method inside the service that will be private
Mm-hmm.
to set to and put a better name about what that
What that
comes.
is? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the only weird thing about that is if we're going to call that private method from inside here, we're going to have basically in initialize, we're going to have an extra parameter, which is going to be the organization ID, which then I
Mm,
guess we're going to set as an instance variable.
no. The way I vision that these services is like the constructor only gets collaborators. The invite should get the data that it will work with. So I think that the ID is data that you will work with inside the logic that you are using now. and the constructor only will get collaborators of the service.
Could you fire up a session of Teammate so that I can practice with your Vim bindings?
Oh no, I didn't. Wait.
Okay.
So you will have to, well, you will switch to the terminal and,
Yep.
okay. There you go.
Okay.
Let me set everything here first. I normally open to sessions with teammates when I'm working on a various project.
Okay.
Also, what I found is that uh, local support works fine with 2.0 Ruby.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should
So
upgrade.
yeah, we could at some point just uh, um, switch the gem file.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay. So if I want to open a screen on the right, it's going to be like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you wanted a screen session or a Vim session? A Vim or other Vim window.
I suppose it could just be a Vim session. I want to open the spec on the right-hand side. So how do you open a Vim session on the right?
What do you want to open?
A Vim session? Well, I need to open the test. The
Okay.
spec on the right.
Hit V twice.
V?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now hit comma. Fuck. I just had to do it on muscle memory and
Yeah.
yeah. Hit comma E. I think. Let me try it. Wait. No, it's no. Wait. Okay. V. He comma EW.
Comma EW.
Yeah. And now.
And that populates app services down here.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to get into the spec directory.
Yeah. Remove all that. I have to do another key binding to search for specs. In fact, I will map a new key binding to just
Okay.
open up the same file spec for it.
So, just out of curiosity, I know I could type more to get this to work, but when I hit tab and it shows me two options, is there any cool trick there, or do I just keep on typing?
Keep on typing, but you know what? Remove all that. No, wait. Just hit abort.
Abort.
Yeah. So now hit comma T.
Okay. Comma T.
Yeah, and now type user inviter spec.
So this is Fuzzy Finder.
Yeah, Control P actually. That I think is faster to do that.
User. Oh, so this is not Fuzzy Finder?
No, that the name of the plugin is it's Fuzzy Finder, but the name of the plugin is Control P.
Control P. So when I see the one I want, I can use the arrow keys to select it.
Yeah, but it's the one in the one in
The bottom.
in the bottom. Yeah.
Yep.
No, you hit the wrong one.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I misunderstood how the highlighting works. So should I do Control P this time?
No, you can just hit the comma EW and you will be inside the spec directory.
Gotcha.
And then yeah, user inviter.
Inviter spec.
You can hit tab and you don't have to.
Oh, I hit tab to get that? Okay.
Yeah.
And so
hit R instead.
recover?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now you do have it.
Okay. So to write the tests first. To receive invite. allow. Okay, so if I go 14J, oops, I did capital J. Ooh, what did I do?
What? What?
Hit undo. 14J. Okay.
Sorry, I was looking.
So maybe just a new it block. It sets the association between the user and the organization. So if we want to use the expect syntax, we still would need to do you have any stubs in here? No. So we would need to do resend invitation. Do I hit tab to get this? No. Resend invitation.
You can hit Control P to take Control P.
Control B didn't do it, but maybe Shift B?
No, Control P.
Oh, Papa.
Yeah.
Resend invitation enabler dot stub.
Wait, set the association between the user. Okay. Can you use the same syntax that I used before? I mean, I think that's better because probably sooner or later our spec team will remove the stop method inside all they are using now the allow method. You can see it in the top. Line 6 from where you are. You can hit 5 and then up and you will get there.
You want allow instead of stub?
The method should be allowed and passing the object or the class that you will allow to receive a method.
Oh, gotcha.
You can see it in five lines in the top. You can go to any line, relative line, using the up and down keys. First you hit the number of the line and hit then up or down.
So the difference is, yeah, I see. It's 5 lines above. I guess I could just copy it, but oh yeah, allow. Okay, I got you. Okay, so 4K. Oh, that dropped me one below. Maybe I don't understand this. So then YY to copy, right?
Yeah.
And then I go 4J. Maybe I'm misunderstanding these numbers. I always seem to be off by 1.
Yeah.
And then I do P from here, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's now been stubbed. And then next we want to, we don't need to have the expectation, so we could still, okay, so do I need to do, if I want to go back up there, 7K, get up there? And then I go YY, and then 7J.
You can hit Control. If you hit Control O, remember that Control O will take you to your last position in the file.
Oh, really? I did not know that. I thought Control. Oh, really? What does Control O do for me? Took me to the top. That's
yeah,
crazy.
you were there. You were there.
I thought I was at.
If you hit Control E, you will go to the last place you were forward.
Okay.
Control O is backward. But okay. I don't know. I don't know. I can follow what you are doing now, because I thought that we were trying to do, or I saw that I told you to try a test in the top level of your, maybe in the controller. Is there some place where we are testing the entire workflow?
Yeah.
Because. Yeah, but probably we should go there and write a scenario for that bug.
I already did.
Okay, cool.
All right. Allow user to receive invite, and we will not use Okay, so if I want to delete until the comma, I do dt comma. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And actually, I wanted to delete till the curly brace. And I can do. Am I not in insert mode? There we go. Maybe just a little bit of lag on my thing. And it returns the invited user. Okay. Invited user is already double. Okay, great. So now what I want to actually assert is that invited user. Okay, so you want me to use a new syntax, so I'll use expect invited, and then I hit Control P to get this. Invited user dot to receive and this is going to be organization ID equals dot with, and we don't have a double for this yet, but I'll stub this out in a moment, with org ID and actually let me, okay, so if I want to jump up 11 lines, I type 11k, right?
Yeah.
But I seem to only be jumping like 9 or 10 lines. So I find this odd.
If you want what? If you want what? Can you repeat?
Be working for me. Let org three. I guess that's fine.
Normally when I do specs, I just use a -1 as the ID because I know that the database won't generate
Okay,
a
I like that
-1
idea.
ID.
Change word, -1. Okay. So now how, let's say this is ready to run. Do you have a way to run it from within Vim, this specific spec?
Can you repeat that, please? Sorry.
Sure. How do I run the spec? Isn't there a way from within Vim to run my R spec for this particular file?
Yeah, but I don't think will work at the moment because
Oh,
I
of course
just.
not. I want to see it fail for the right reason.
Okay. No, I mean not the specs. The my key binding. Let me.
Oh, okay.
Let me just do this. Services. Now you will have so what? Now what happened? I think. I have all this stuff for running RSpec from here broken. Let me fix that real quick. Weird.
Right. I don't think it's going to let you.
Yeah. Now we will have to wait.
Mm-hmm. While we wait, we could write. Trying to think if there's another place we could write the test.
What?
Trying to think if there's another place we want to write the test, but I don't think there is.
No, it's fine. If you already have a regression test from the Cucumber feature file, I think that will catch up the bug. After
Okay,
that, well, yeah,
let me
but I don't
yeah.
have I had a problem with RVM. Are you using RVM?
Yeah, I am.
I was about to switch from RVM. It's kind of buggy and stuff.
Okay.
As you can see, I have a lot of versions of for. I think one of those version has the local support handset set.
Mm-hmm. Well, you should remove the ones you're not using.
Yeah,
Might
probably.
make things easier for you. Um, but okay. So Vim features admin without user. Oh, that's interesting. It can. Are you using? Is this shell or is this CSH?
CSH.
Okay. Ooh, that's cool. So we need to go to user reports. The way I would do that is, oops, cool. Do I just hit enter? Yeah, nice. Okay, user reports, and then this is called without invited users page. Go. I didn't think any of these were the right ones. User reports. Well, take a look. Oh yeah, this is it. So this. Oh. Let me make sure I pushed up my most recent changes. Git status. Git. Git reset -- hard. I think I have. Git. Just to be sure, I'm gonna check in RubyMine that Oh no, I didn't ever.
Wow.
I guess I never committed my thing. Oh well, that's fine. Well, I won't write in the RubyMine. I'll write it over here. Okay. So my mistake was I never gave you the changes. So okay, I want to go 13 lines down. Right now, I want to go to that and the admin invited a user for invited organization. So I typed 13J, but yet I landed only 11 lines down.
Yeah. No. You have to see what happened. I have the two modes on, so you
Mm-hmm.
have the relative number and the number and the normal number. So the lines that you are seeing there is for the actual line in the file. The 14, you are in the 14 line of the file.
Oh, I got you. But I'm trying to use these relative numbers to my advantage when jumping. Okay. So let's say I want to go 5 lines up. If I
Yeah.
type 5J, oops, wrong way. 5K. Okay, so I type 5K. I didn't go all the way. Did you see that?
Yeah, you went 5 lines up.
Maybe because
The
of the line wrapping, it
the,
counts the
la-
line wraps.
the lines that, yeah, probably. That's
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. So this is uppercase Sam AT 84 Pinner Road. Caps are cool at user.org. And now I want to jump down, and I'm gonna say and the admin. Actually, let's be smarter about this. Let me go YP. Let's try this again. YP. E? What?
what happened.
Am I doing this wrong?
What?
I try to copy this line and paste it again. So I'm doing, oh, YYP. That's my mistake. Okay. and then I go to the end of this line with Control 0. No. Which way? Control $sign, right? No. Whatever. Append at the end of the line. Shift A. No. How do I jump to the end of this line? Isn't it Control $sign?
Yeah.
I seem to be stuck here.
Hmm.
$sign isn't taking me there. Oh well.
No, it's not control $sign. It's just $sign.
All right, change till quote mark. I like that. That's a really cool tip. And so we are invited a user for upcase insanity. And when we are page shows only invited users, and then I should see 7J undo. What? Undo. What? Undo. What? What the? What's happened? I can't undo anymore. I'm stuck with these two, and neither of them. I don't want to.
Are you only hitting U? Or what are you hitting?
Well, I guess the other one is less bad because all we need to do is put a line return after upcase insanity. So, whoa.
What?
Are you typing?
No, I'm not doing anything. You hit caps lock K probably because that looks in the man pages for that particular word in the.
Oh, I didn't know caps lock had a big effect. Okay. So how do I get back into the Vim?
Hit any key or
True.
enter, I think.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we can fix this. So let's go back some words. And then I think, no, we're missing a lot. I guess some craziness happened, but we can go, oh, come on. And then do a carriage return here. And this section needs to be tapped in. And then back, insert, and I am signed in. I need to get my carriage returns in here. Okay, whatever. And carriage return here. Oh, I see. It keeps on trying to pull the carriage return out. Well, fix that later. Let's actually go here. This is where we need the carriage return first. And then this. All right, I hit tab. How do I get out of this?
Escape.
Escape, okay. I'm stuck.
Okay, let me do it.
Okay. All right.
You have to hit tab again.
All right, I'm ready to go though, right? I'm safe. I'm going to go into visual mode with Control V, go down, 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 and then I'm going to do Shift I, Tab, Escape. Yeah, look at that. All right, so we've recovered a little bit. I sort of feel like saving right now. Save that file. Okay. So
what you did there was to format the steps, right?
Yeah.
You can hit comma EFE and it will do it to the entire file. So
comma EFE.
No. Comma FEF. Sorry.
I'm just going to type it just so we can be on the same page. Comma
okay.
FEF. Oh, where'd that K come from? FEF. Is that what we're
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll keep that in mind. Then I should see.
Oh, another thing. That's part of my .files. That is in from normal Rails.
Of
I mean,
course.
normal Vim.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Cool.
User.org. So this is the failing step right here. Might actually even be worth it to make sure well, bug. How is this thing so smart? So
What?
smart. Like it figured out that I wanted the downcase version of what I had just typed.
Mm.
Okay, so this is the failing one.
Okay.
So WQ get status get commit am. You okay if I commit here?
Yeah, no problem. Why are you putting the John tag there?
Because this is going to come across as you. Well, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter.
I think it's the same. It will be uh,
Whatever.
yeah. So go ahead and run.
Well, I don't think we can run it till the bundle install finishes, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
But I think it's almost finishing.
Yep.
Can you look the Rody gem in there? I mean, nobody's using the Magic Full gem at this moment for local support, which they should, I think.
Which gem are you talking about?
The Rody one and Brick, those two gems from the Matrix Full. I think the Matrix Full gem
What about them?
that nobody is using it.
That might be true. I don't know.
By the way, the House Trip site is looking for people. I just got some interviews with them.
Who is looking for people?
House Trip.
House Trip?
Yeah. I think we were talking about this in a live session for the remote brain stuff.
I don't remember you mentioning them, no.
Okay. Well, you know it now.
So they're a company that advertises what?
Did you know Airbnb?
Oh, okay, so they basically are like trading houses?
Yeah, something like that.
I have an interview tomorrow with a company that I'll show you their website. I have some windows open. This is it. Paste in the chat. Hello.
Right.
We are hanging out while a bundle install completes.
All right.
But it's almost done. What we're working on, David, is sort of like a bug we have with the invitation process. Right now, do you want to hear? It's like a 2-minute explanation.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. Right now, we when we invite a user, we don't associate them with the organization we invited them for until after they accept. For no real good reason, except for the fact that we have this logic in the user model that sort of we were relying on to join them, because when a user is joining the project or joining the organization, or what am I trying to say? Joining the website, we have a check that looks up their email and sees if it matches an organization, and if so, it associates them. And so we're like, okay, so that will do the work for us. The only problem is that the invitation process will create a user with the email from the organization, and that's fine. But when we create users, the email we pass in is sometimes changed. Devise has all these validations. One of them is that it's going to downcase all the letters in the email. And so what's happening is some of these organizations have emails with upcased letters, and then the user account is created with downcased letters, and then when they join, they are never associated because of the difference in the email. And so it's probably just a better practice to just join the organization ID into the user as soon as we make the invite.
Yeah.
So that's what we're working on now.
I like that.
You missed this one, this line. You have to actually call the...
Yep. Good point. Yeah, it never actually gets called.
Yeah.
And I've also been learning how to use Vim more. I want to be a Vim master like Raphael here.
Okay. I am not a big master yet.
Well, you're certainly pretty far along the path. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, Raphael, is I found that Thoughtbot has their .dot files published publicly.
Yeah.
I might just fork that because it's a fairly famous group of .dot files, and just try that out for a while.
Yeah, they have some stuff like me. If you find a better way to run the specs, because I'm experimenting a lot with it, but I want to have a pretty solid way to run it from inside Vim. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's something that I've seen a lot of Vim users have. Seems to be a fairly common Vim plugin. I'm not sure if it's Vim Ruby or Vim Rails or something.
I think it's RSpec Vim for Thoughtbot plugin, Thoughtbot plugin. But what I had was a way to run the specs and also keep editing my file without going away from Vim, which is like something like this. What I have now is that you can run your specs from within Vim in another window, and it's run there, and you can keep editing your file without leaving the editor.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the problem is that that's a plugin that uses Python, the Vim version of the Vim version with Python in it. So when I upgrade my editor, normally it gets broken, and I have to fix that a little bit. So,
right, where you specify options in the make process of what you include.
Exactly. Yeah. So this specs is state filing. Let's see, by user receive a message with no arguments.
Right. Yeah, we didn't specify save in the test.
Yeah. Oh, what? This is not a spread. This is a...
Oh yeah. Since we have two of these now, might
Yeah.
well,
So
we could extract a before block, but there's only two, I guess.
So this is what I said before. This should be update user organization ID. Right?
Method name, cool. You have some plugin to automatically make a private method somewhere?
Yeah.
Nice. Or it doesn't automatically make it private, but you can type that in, I see.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't because the problem was that I already had the private keyword there, so
Oh, okay.
and we sometimes it's not that intelligent. That's why I don't use it normally.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it was intelligent enough because we should pass the user here. Cool. So this tells us that this method should be, and also this stuff tell us
Mm-hmm.
that this should be something like invited user. Wait, let's run first before let's run the actual what wait oh, the actual feature file which is
Oh, true, yeah. Features, admin,
admin.
user reports, and invited users page. Sorry, I'm responsible for the terrible name spacing here.
No problem.
I'll make this window bigger too. 1 second. There we go. Looks like your QIOD device isn't open. I don't know what that is. So one thing is that it's sort of hard to see the error with that QIOD device, but want to jump back to the code real quick?
Sure.
In the right window, could you scroll up a little bit?
Let's just focus on this.
Okay. No, you know what? I don't know what the problem is. I need to look at that error message more closely.
Okay. So expected invited but instead found. Let's see the steps.
I think that's farther down the line. Well, no. There was an error before that. I think that is.
The one that we need.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's not showing up.
You know what? Let me see something.
Did you save the file before you ran the test?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just checking.
I mean, this is still passing. I guess the problem is related to. Where is it?
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what the problem is.
We are not passing the ID.
Oh, that could definitely.
But what?
But the problem is going to be in a different file now too, because the other file, the way that it actually looks up what uses to display, is still using the old logic where it searches by email. But now that we're joining them by organization, we will not do that, and instead we're actually going to just ask the user what organization it has, right?
I really don't follow very well.
Sure. Once you're done changing this, well, in the controller you should pass in the organization ID. I don't know if you did that yet. Did you?
I don't get it still.
Could we go to the
Service?
controller action? No, the controller.
Which one?
Without users. So it's organization reports without users.
This one? Hmm.
That's not the one I wanted. Maybe I got the name wrong. The organization reports controller. Sorry, I have to look in RubyMine where I can see the file structure easier. I definitely shouldn't have namespaces so. Yeah, could you go to the invitations controller?
Wait. Invitations. Oh yeah, I remember now that you changed that. Also, this is part of the admin namespace. I mean, the admin dashboard. We should have a namespace which says admin for these controllers.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So
I
we
think
should pass in.
Yeah, but that's weird because it's not. It's not breaking there. So we should pass value ID, right?
Yeah.
And then here, value ID. Oh, sorry, organization ID. So here we should have organization, right? Yeah. Let's see now.
That's not going to fix it, but that will at least, I think. Yeah, that's not necessarily going to fix it. Can we look at the spec one more time really quickly? I know where we need to go to make the next change, but I want to check something before we leave this behind.
Which specs? The service one?
Yeah, for the service.
I don't know if we're testing the right thing with this isolated stuff. What I'm thinking now is, but that will cause us to replicate the entire data model inside the spec, which I don't like. That's why probably, well, never mind. That's me thinking ahead.
Okay. Yeah, could we go, I'm going to just look it up really quick in RubyMine, tell you what file we need to go to. The user reports controller calls what service, list invited users, service. Yeah, okay. So let's go to the list invited users service.
Service. Okay.
So we are. No, this isn't it. This is a user inviter service.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, it said list invited users.
Invited users. Which?
List invited users.
Oh yeah, okay. List.
Right. Okay. So you see right now, 12 lines down from your cursor, we have org equals organization class dot find by email. See, this is the where the problem was arising, the find by email thing, right? Where now we don't want to find by email, where we're going through all these users. We could just say user.organization.
Okay.
Well, actually, hold on. We don't even need that line at all, because right down here in this array that we're building, we're build invited if organization exists. So right, if user.org.present, user.organization.present.
Okay. Just want to see.
I mean, maybe we should change the spec before we change the actual code.
Change the spec for this service, right?
Yeah. I wonder what's the users that's passed in here. Where are these users coming from?
Let me mute myself.
List invited users. User reports controller. Users equals user invited not accepted. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So. Seems like we need to think about this more carefully, because why, if invited not accepted, why wouldn't we just list all of them? Why do we even have a service? Okay, we will. The service is just for creating a nice hash.
Sorry, I was muted because of outside noise.
Yeah, out of curiosity, what is that noise that comes by every once in a while?
Yeah, the only, I mean, say people selling stuff like food and stuff like that. Yeah.
Whoever
So,
drives that vehicle must go absolutely insane. Listen to that all the time.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at the user reports controller, and so what's happening is that, I don't know if you can see my screen, by the way.
I can.
On line 20 here, we get a collection of users that are invited that haven't accepted yet. And the whole point of this service is just to create a nice little hash for the table that they're going to be displayed in. Now, in the past, we've had to be careful with how we list these users, because I don't know why. Because I don't know. But basically, all we need to do is just all these users. We don't need this specialized logic, I think. We're just going to do each with object and add the user in here without any check. If org.present. What is org? Organization, find by email. Find by email. User email. Why wouldn't this always find something, though? Like, why did we have to do this check here? I think it just got hairy because we made things more difficult for ourselves in the past. But we can basically delete this code, and we can just in here do user.organization, because they're always going to be joined. We just pass this in here. Do you see the change I made on my screen?
Yeah.
Because the user will always have the organization when they're invited.
So why don't you use inject? Let me see. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's the same
So
thing.
the difference for me between each with object and inject is that you have to, in inject, you have to have an extra line where you return the object. They're very,
No, you don't have to every time. You can use the same line that you have there. and it will return the last executed code.
Okay.
You will mutate it, but it's okay. It is the same thing.
Right. Okay.
The only thing that I would probably do is to change that array name and name it like organizations, because that's what it is. Organizations. In fact, wait a second. That's real invited user relationships. That's an array of invited users to organizations, right?
Yep.
So probably that's the name I use instead of array, which is not very explicit.
Yeah.
So are you going to test the?
I'm actually, my mind is wandering back to the logic we changed in the other service, the invitation service. Let me pull it up. I want to talk about something about it. User inviter.new. Okay. Let me zoom screen. Okay. So these two lines here, user repository invite returns the user, and then user for invite. User message for invite. And I'm going to open the logic for this on my second screen, which is actually right here. Split horizontally. No, it's not that one. Let me just hit Control B on this for a moment. Okay, it's in the user model, split horizontally, zoom way in on that. Okay, and then we go back to the user. Okay, so this is the problem I'm now realizing about the change we made so far.
Mm-hmm.
This user returned on line 12 sometimes has errors in it.
Oh, gotcha.
And we were okay with that because we would just reply with the error here, message for invite, error, you can't do this, you know? But now the thing is, if we're going to go ahead and associate the user with the organization, we should only do that if there's not an error in that invitation process. The error being that, you know, this user already exists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't have this user to be joined to that organization.
The next factor if the cucumber feature file passes, the next factor will for me was to be to change that method the user organization of the user organization ID inside the service and put it inside the user model. So inside the user model, we should just call both methods, the message for invite and also the user organization ID, and test that logic inside the user model.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
But this whole update user organization ID thing is probably going to be update user organization ID if no errors.
Yeah.
Or, you know, obviously we have to have a better name than that, but that's really what it's going to happen.
Okay.
Because we need to have a check in here that if user.errors.any, okay, like unless user.errors.any.
So at first we can put just this code here.
Yeah.
And test if it works. If it works, then my next change will be probably move that particular object inside because if you saw the specs is doing a lot of expectations inside one particular spec.
Yeah.
Well, it's breaking still.
Oh, of course it is. Because we haven't changed the way it works over in the service that displays it.
Oh yeah, I remember. You're right.
Yeah.
So this should be something like this.
The org needs to be defined as user.organization. Okay. And I guess the method doesn't need to be called build invited if organization exists, because organizational, at this point, it'll always exist. So it's just build invited hash. I'm
Build
You already
invited.
have a method. I'm just saying change. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're doing yeah.
Build invited hash.
Yep.
I guess attributes is a better name.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Now that might break our tests.
Yeah, probably. Uh, no, I don't think so. It doesn't look like that. Let me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're doing here? Yeah, what's the problem? Is there?
Well, the problem is that user.organization
Oh
is
yeah.
being called.
Mm-hmm.
And for user online, 5 lines down, we could just stub out organization and return your double organization. Yeah, exactly.
Let me do something like this. Okay. Ah,
I didn't see you run the test. Is that a new run?
what?
Can you show me the test again? The output of the test, I mean? Right, because now we're not finding by email and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
So let's see. What are we doing here? So I think that now we can just we don't have to do mock expectation. As you can see, we are not doing actual iterations with the backend.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't think this is needed anymore. So let's break this out.
Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, attribute reader organization class, yeah.
This will break. So we just need, don't need this. Hmm. Organization class. Oh, okay. Now we should just test for actual expectations. So list invite will be invitation should include exactly that's what we need. Let me switch this to be. Uh-huh. Cool. So now this is passing. let's run the Cucumber feature file. And even bigger, I'm able to find CSS number 1.
Yeah.
What's that?
Can you commit so I can take it onto my side?
Fuck. Sure. Related.
You can't push to me, but you
Oh,
can
sorry.
push to origin. I'll pull.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So I have you in here. So get pull Raphael. The branch was called invitations bug. Let me run the feature. Why don't I see the changes to Cucumber that I did with you? Do you have any, when you do get status, do you,
No, I didn't get the give status, but what happened was that you were making the changes inside your remind.
No, I did it, remember when I was doing all those crazy things in Cucumber?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
What
remember
happened
now.
to that?
I
Whatever, I'll
really,
do it over here.
I really don't know.
Okay,
So I have to leave now. I have to go cook my lunch.
okay,
I will be back like in an hour or so.
okay,
Cool.
alright, I'll see you soon.
Okay, later.
Bye. Oh, I never pulled this shit. Right.
Head on the.
He was laying upside down, so his head was like way up that way. And so I looked over thinking, oh.